Hi, I'm Mark Iles and I am the choreographer on Cautionary. If you've been following us for the last 4 weeks, you'll have seen that I've been releasing a different piece of choreography from the show each week for you to recreate at home, and hashtag with Cautionary Musical. So if you haven't looked back at any of those, please look back, have a learn of that choreography and get sharing because we would love to see it. But this week, it's our final week before our live reading in a couple of weeks' time, and I wanted to do something slightly different. This week's package is all about the Bittingworth family. The children, the girls from the Bittingworth family, are incredibly strong. They love to make dens out of really heavy things, moving cars and tables and sometimes an elephant into place. And their parents are always teaching them that they should be more ladylike, more quiet and meek and weak, which is not what the girls are like at all. The cautionary tale that they teach the girls is about Colonel Bittingworth, whose army was so tired that he had to carry them into battle. And when they got to the battle, they were all killed because they were too tired to fight. And so in the show, this number isn't really choreographed. Really, it's a slow motion kind of movement piece. And so rather than make up a piece of choreography that isn't actually in the show, I thought I'd set you a challenge instead. The challenge is for you to fall down to the floor with exhaustion as slowly as you possibly can, in absolute slow motion. There are different degrees of slow motion, but really what I want you to do is to fall as slowly as you can whilst still moving. So it should almost feel like no movement is happening, but if you were to watch it over a period of time, you would see that you were moving. A few things that you'll need to think about when you're falling. Firstly, you really have to use antagonistic muscle groups, opposite muscle groups, so that there is a sort of tension in the movement, so that it isn't all floppy. That will help you out. The second thing that we often talk about when we're doing slow motion is that if I wanted to move forward, in order to make it look effective, I would go backwards before I started to go forward. And the same as anything, if I was moving my arm that way, say to push someone, I would move back before I moved forward in order to push them. And the last thing I really want you to think about while you're doing this is your face. Your face has to move in slow motion too, and your face has to be really alive the whole time without getting that kind of tense, fixed stare that sometimes happen when people are doing slow motion. It sounds like a really simple challenge, but when people do it effectively, it's really, really great, and it adds a lot of atmosphere to the show. I hope you enjoy trying it out. Like I say, if you haven't tried the previous week's choreography, please go back and have a look at that. And we really hope you've enjoyed the packages that we've put together for you over the last, this is our 5th week, over the last 5 weeks. Have fun, try this out, and thanks for taking part.